My name is Jack Erb. I teach for Poway Unified Schools. That's my primary job. That's the one that I like to say pays the mortgage. I've been teaching here. I teach for Poway as an elementary instrumental music teacher. I have been in that job. I'm in my 32nd year. And I started teaching here at San Diego State, teaching liberal studies, music to liberal studies majors in 1998. So I'm coming up on 20 years of doing that. 4 years ago, I started teaching music education as well here at San Diego State. In Poway, I am a pull-out music teacher. That means that students come to me out of their 5th grade classrooms for instrumental music. I teach flute, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, violin, cello. I'm on campus from essentially 8 a.m. in the morning until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on which school. And then I get on the road and dash down here to San Diego State and start teaching on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I start teaching at 3:30. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I start teaching at 5:30. It generally means that I'm not home until 7:30 at night. The alarm goes off at 5:30 in the morning, and traffic takes up a lot of that time. Professional development for me is primarily the interaction between other music educators, and understand that other music educators tend to live in isolation. There's usually only one, maybe two. So I try to avail myself of every interaction with other music educators from other districts who do things differently than I do, who maybe have different specialties. A couple of years ago, I started working with a teacher in San Diego Unified by the name of Laura Smith, who is a generation younger than I am and has a different perspective and has different ways of doing things than I do, and it's been so rejuvenating for me. It's like, wow, why didn't I ever think of that? I got recognition for the job that I do and affirmation that I'm doing the job well. Yes, money plays a role in it. Yes, I have to pay the mortgage. But when somebody thanks me, if it's a handwritten note, if it's an email, if it's something, and they thank me for something I did for them, or they come back to me as a student, they were a 5th grade student of mine 20 years ago, and I find out that they're doing great things now, and they say, you know, you started all this, that affirmation is really, really powerful. How many more years do I see myself teaching? Probably 2. The truth is, I still love what I do. In the words of the Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You Go, about 98.75% of the time, I still love it. Every school I go to, I'm setting up my own room with all the chairs, and sometimes that's as few as 35 or 40 chairs, sometimes that's as many as 80 chairs. I'm setting up my own room. The kids will help me tear it down. But it's starting to wear on a 60-plus-year-old body. I hope very much to continue here at San Diego State, primarily because I believe that what I can offer students at San Diego State is not only valuable, but it helps ensure a certain level of quality going forward. When students get out of the San Diego State Music Education Program, I want to say they can take my job. Okay, all right, so we'll start. Take 2.